For those of you that may not know me, I consume experiences, not things. And as I leave the Badlands for a new experience, I'm reminded that I don't need a lot of things, as shown here. Texas, here we come. Working and playing in the Badlands of western South Dakota was very special, but as the season draws to a close, we must move on.
Pipsqueak.
But this is only see you later, South Dakota, not goodbye.
You're gonna make it today.
I don't know. Maybe Denver? The first leg passed through southeast Wyoming, a vast grasslands with rolling hills in the distance. Pretty in its own right. After a couple of fast food meals, I stopped for a poop in this luxury truck stop. And since I white-knuckled it through Denver in the dark, I decided to stay in the parking lot. This is in the Colorado Springs area. After drying my hot breath off the windshield, I realized it's my birthday, so why not gift myself an experience? Good morning. Today is my 48th birthday and day 2 of travel. Slept pretty well at the truck stop. And this morning I'm checking out Garden of the Gods right in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And it does not disappoint. Garden of the Gods has an enormous trail system, and it's absolutely breathtaking. But truth be told, it was my birthday, and I wanted to hang out with me. And unfortunately, Garden of the Gods is a very popular place, for good reason. So I decided to do what I like to do most, hit the trail. Except in this case, I was traveling at 75 miles per hour rather than 1. So I traveled and listened to the Vikings lose. The snow-capped Spanish peaks of southern Colorado, followed by a luxury one-night stay in the Quality Inn of Trinidad. After one hell of a good night's sleep, I got up early and hit the trail again, on my way to New Mexico. As I entered New Mexico, I entered a world that was unfamiliar to me. The plants on the plains started to change. The snow-capped mountains grew more distant. Leaving the mountains behind, the land turned to desert. I've officially entered an area in which I've never seen before. They're selling sombreros at gas stations, and I'm not sure if I should turn the dial to deep, twangy country or not yet. Or will I be probed by aliens? But I felt a bit more at home when I realized they offered 2 essential freedoms: weed and cheeseburgers. So dagnabbit, I decided to force myself to do something touristy, and boy did I regret it. The International UFO Museum Research Center. The people working there were extraordinarily nice. I mean that genuinely. But the museum itself?
Well, these craft have shown the ability to disrupt.
Was just a tiny bit on the corny side. Ooh. Day 4. I stayed in a shady little motel in Carlsbad, New Mexico last night. And tonight, as a matter of fact, right now, I'm following a buddy, Brock, old friend. We're gonna do some dispersed camping, or maybe to a state park. We just came to a little free camping area, and the reviews read, there's broken glass and nails everywhere. And oh my God, was that accurate. Pretty little spot out in the desert, however, an absolute dump. He has dogs, we have tires. So we're gonna go check out another spot. Check in with you in a little bit. Although disappointing that humans make a hobby of breaking glass bottles and throwing nails into parking lots, it led us to a really awesome hidden gem where there's free camping just south of Carlsbad, New Mexico, and right outside of Carlsbad Caverns National Park. This is Brock's 4-pack of bitches, well-behaved young ladies, and far more behaved than this guy. It's been over a year since Brock and I got to hang out, and we spent most of the evening just catching up, cooking and eating, hanging out with the neighbors, and enjoying a beautiful sunset on the New Mexico horizon. And Arby's is really full of shit because we have the meats. This is my friend Brock, who sells Pokemon cards on the cheap for a living. It's his side hustle.
I pick them up for $1, maybe $2. Sometimes sell them for, $150, $200 a piece.
Ah, it's a good little side hustle. In my eyes, true freedom is being able to sleep in your car along with everything you own. Having had such a good time hanging out, we decided to turn one night into two. But first, in Brock's eyes, why sleep in a camper when you can sleep on the ground with 4 bitches? Time to change the bedroom into a storage closet and prepare for today's adventures. Right from camp, we could see the Guadalupe Mountains, but we decided to go check out Carlsbad Caverns National Park. It was a little tough to do much with the dogs, but still worth it to cruise through. Famous for its bats, and obviously its caverns. It was a pretty park, but we didn't get to see much. But we had to make a stop to try to get some groceries for night 2 at the free campsite. This, air quote, grocery store really just had an old pack of hot dogs and some moldy cheese. So we got some groceries in Carlsbad, 20 miles away, and then hit the road to explore the area around the Guadalupe Mountains. The rarest breed of turtle, aptly named the Rio Grande River Cooter. We did spot some cooter on the river, but when we got close, boy, did they slip off quick. But when you go off the beaten path and you see a sign on the road pointing towards something, you take that road, and sometimes you'll find a hidden gem like this with cold spring waters and something I like to call a free shower. And I even learned I have a superpower: water jumping. The really cool part of this story is that we would have never found this incredible oasis. We were heading the opposite direction on a trail in a parking lot when a lady in a backhoe yelled at us in a menacing tone and told us, "Go that way. It's really cool." And we listened. More laughs, more steaks, and then I had to hit the road. And now here I am, in Texas. Late October, and still well into the 90s, I stayed at a hotel where they still had an outdoor pool that's still open. I met my traveling partner Tara, and being only 90 minutes from Big Bend, we enjoyed one last relaxing sleep without roommates. We were warned that amenities are scarce in Big Bend, so being in the small town of Alpine, Texas, 90 minutes away, we woke up, purchased some essentials and groceries, and hit the road to end our journey, or begin it, in Big Bend National Park. We arrived and were assigned housing, and our nerves were quickly calmed when we realized that our roommates are super cool. It's a short walk to work, the views are stunning, and the trailer is exactly like the one we had in the Badlands, which we're not sure we're excited about or not. But I remind myself every day that home is really within. It's personal, and in my case, home is within my own heart. And if I have my heart with me and in the right place, home is wherever I lay my pillow. And amidst the chaos of change and moving to a new property, I took the time to do a small amount of exploring, only to realize that this is home, at least for now. And I'm really looking forward to backpacking here and leaving a piece of my heart right here in Texas. Cheers to the journey that just ended, and another cheers for the journey that's just about to begin. I'm looking forward to sharing Texas with y'all, and as always, be yourself, be happy. We'll see you soon.